It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. Tight to the right. Move. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
And they'll run it here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Flex round. Flex round. 3 down. Ohio. Ohio. Hut. Hut.
Back to throw. Jefferson going right side here, and that's complete. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll drop the throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. going to look to throw. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. They give it to him running left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And an alley to run. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! What? 90! What? 90!
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Get that quarterback! Get on! Switch! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Jefferson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
On 3rd down, Jefferson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And out now come the Eagles, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
They go play action here on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Jefferson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jefferson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw on third down, Jefferson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing to start the drive. Jefferson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Flex round, flex round.
Off the play fake. Jefferson. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. First down now, but that clock rolling.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back to throw. Jefferson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Jones, now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First target, first catch, and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! 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 Over! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 38 yards on the scamper there. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And this is going to be incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Flex round! Ohio!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
To throw on 2nd down. Jefferson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw. Jefferson. He finds Coleman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jefferson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Jefferson. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
56. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jefferson. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So the drag route works out there. Defensively, they were in man, weren't they?
They were, and that's really difficult to cover, especially if you're given time to throw the ball. So what you're trying...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line.
And the pressure gets to him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.